Let them see at least.
Shashi Rose, circle left. Enter right. Yeah. Right ಆಡಿಚ್ಚು.
1 run. First ball, 2 runs. You were on mute. Good. Welcome back, folks. You would have already seen the first ball. I'm not sure if you did, but first ball was glance for 2 runs. Second one for a single. So 2 balls, 3 runs. Balaji and Bani are the guys opening for Samuraiz. They are chasing 121. And Jeet is starting for Samuraiz.
Nice.
Sorry for
Okay, so
confusing
looks like
a lot
is,
between Knights and Samuraiz.
confusing between the teams here.
Yes. But having said that, Knights would be thinking they are 10 short. But having said that, this is a quarter-final game, so there would be a lot of pressure. So 120 might just feel like 135. Let's see. Samuraiz have started cautiously. I mean, sensibly, I would say, because they are not. They're just looking for singles and double, finding the gaps. 4 runs of the first 3 balls.
Knights is an important bowler for G2 is an important bowler for Knights. So Samuraiz have started cautiously, which is a good move. Next ball of the over coming up to Balaji. That's a great ball going across the batsman. Batsman leaves the ball to the keeper. That's a great start to the over from Jeet, not giving away any bad balls. Given that Balaji is a very attacking batsman, he has intent to keep him in check. Last ball of the over coming up.
Down the leg side, trying to eye that area on the leg side, but missing it wide. Nevertheless, I think wide was a better result for Knights on that one.
Yeah, definitely it was in his arc to free the arms and flick it down the fine leg for a boundary. G2 would try to correct the ball and his line and length there. Balaji to face the next ball.
Nicely glanced on the leg side again for a single. So that's sensible batting. Ambitious direct hit from Chandu. A good fielding effort, but Mani was already there in his crease.
Sensible batting there from Balaji. Just nudging the ball into the gap on the leg side, taking an easy single, making sure they rotate the strike. It would be interesting to see if Balaji takes his time to in the next over as well, or he tries to go, given that G2 will not be bowling in the power play. Last ball of the over coming up, Manimaran on strike to G2.
Oh, what a ball that one. They are appealing. They are enjoying. They are celebrating, but not to be. I think it was all made up.
That was a great delivery, so the appeal went up straight away. The umpire was unmoved though. It was a great delivery, pitching on the off stump and going away from the bat. Brings to the end of the over. Samuraiz are 7 for no loss. 6 for no loss.
And Jeet is a very crucial bowler for Knights. And Samuraiz would be aware about it, just like Knights were aware about Aki, and they did not take a lot of chances against him. But Sashi will be continuing from the other hand. He is a long run up leg cutter bowler, because he is very accurate with his leg cutters, and he bowls a lot of them, most of them. So it would be interesting to see that if he's able to lure the batsman into big hitting, because that's what he mostly does.
Interesting move from Knights here. In the last couple of matches at Creekside, Sandeep was the bowler who was bowling the second over of the game. Looks like Shashi, who was the designated second over bowler in the power play before the match has moved to Creekside, is back with his new ball spell here along with G2. There's a long on and deep mid wicket on the boundary on the leg side. Rest of the fielders given the power play are inside the 30-meter circle. There are a couple of fielders within the trying to put pressure on the batsman, and a couple of them standing on the edge of the 30-meter circle.
Fielders straight is long on and a deep mid wicket. Balaji has been a key batsman for Samuraiz until now, has made couple of big scores already. Full ball, he tries to go for a drive and that's an edge. I could hear it from here. A welcome wicket. I guess that was a leg cutter I was talking about, but outside off stump going for the drive and just managing to get a nick out of that one.
That is a great delivery and a huge wicket for Knights there, putting pressure on Samuraiz given the chase is 120 and he was in very sublime touch a couple of days back. It is a huge wicket for Knights and the move of bowling Shashi in the second over paying off dividendly for Knights here. Malik is the next batsman to the crease.
Exactly as you rightly pointed, Balaji was the man in form for Samuraiz and somebody they would have banged on pretty heavily in this game. But what an over from Shashi. As you said, he wasn't been given the second over in the last two games. But coming back, taking a wicket of his first ball in the second over. It's never easy when you are slower bowler to bowl in a power play, given that you only have two fielders outside. You have to be brave in your lengths and he was brave. Putting it forward but taking it away after pitching.
As you noted it well, Shashi was a leg cutter bowler and started with a leg cutter, pitching on outside off, going away from the wicket. This was a similar kind of delivery that Jitu tried to bowl to the batsman in the first over. He was not lucky enough to induce the edge. On this occasion though, Shashi induces the edge from Balaji.
Without any protection as well, there was no one on the covers for that kind of a shot, so that is a brave delivery.
As they say, luck favors the brave. Next ball of the over coming up.
Full again. Malik thinks of going after it but then lets it go because it was way too outside the off stump.
Given as a wide by the umpire. Next ball of the over coming up.
Full again, nicely carried on the leg side. Jitu there making the grounds to stop them from taking a couple in fumbles and they will take a couple.
Good flick shot from Malik there. Not putting any not trying to put too much power into the shot, just timing the ball into the gap to Jitu on the deep mid boundary for a couple of runs.
Is very fluent. Malik is very fluent in his shot making. Gets the runs without taking a lot of risks. Offside off stump and a wide. Two wides after the first ball wicket for Shashi.
Shashi trying to keep the ball on the offside, not giving any balls on the leg stump for the batsman, and in the process giving away too much width and going beyond the crease for wides. Next ball coming up.
Oh, nicely driven.
Straight to the fielder though. Good ball. Driven straight to the fielder at cover region for a dot ball.
Yep, was in the air for a while but not to end up in fielder's hands luckily for Malik. There is a cover, there is a mid-off. Sandeep on wide-ish mid-off, just fielding the delivery after a bounce. The mid-on fielder has come straighter. Full ball, he drives it through the point region. Vishwa there thought had a chance for a while, but it would just keep it for a single.
It's a good fielding effort from tag team effort from the fielders there, Kishore and Vishwa, preventing it from going for a couple of runs. That's a good bowling from Shashi there, keeping it full and outside off, tempting the batsman to go for an expansive shot there. Manimaran on strike.
Oh, that's a full delivery. Manimaran thought of leaving. It ends up getting on his legs.
It would have been a close call for an LBW shot if that LBW calls were in play here. The batsman was not expecting the ball to be incoming.
Full, he drives it straight to the bowler. That's a good over from Shashi coming to an end. Bowled couple of wides all right, but the other ones were right on target. Also getting a very good wicket of Balaji in the first ball itself.
Yeah, that was a crucial wicket. Definitely Knights would not mind going for a couple of wides given the importance of Balaji's wicket there.
Shows you how quickly the dynamics of the game can change. While we were playing T10 over here, 100 looked an obvious score with the kind of shot making. In fact, T8, we have seen scores of 112. In T8, people were getting 80, 90 pretty easily in that 8 over mark. And now, with 16 over format coming into the picture, even 120, 130 looks close sometimes. And we have seen people defending it on so many occasions already. So that's a good change, I would think, in T8. The dynamics looked more towards the batting side, where you could just trust the pitch and go for it. Even now you can go for it, but I think you have to be more selective in your shot making, given that it's a longer format, and also the track has other factors coming into the play as well, like dew, maybe a more skiddier nature now.
Also, they need to counter in keeping just 10 wickets in hand for...
Jeet continues, it's high up in the air, fielder coming in, that should be a wicket. Sandeep takes it easily. That's 2 down for Samuraiz, and they are in trouble. Both the wickets really crucial for their hopes of chasing this game out. Malik now goes, trying to flick the ball, but I think the ball stopped a little bit, or maybe didn't stop a little bit from what he anticipated. It just ended up skying the ball up straight to mid-off area, where Sandeep just was there for taking that catch.
Malik tried to flick the ball onto the leg side, given the field that was set. Top edging it, taking the outside edge and presenting a simple catch to Sandeep, who was calm under it and takes it comfortably. Another first ball wicket for the Knights team puts them well ahead of this match here. Ram is the new batsman for Samuraiz with the 2 crucial wickets. Manimaran is the most important batsman for them right now, who has a history of anchoring the innings pretty well and also finishing it with a flurry of boundaries. Ram is the left-hander here.
Exactly how the Knights lost a couple of wickets in the start of their innings, Samuraiz have managed to replicate that exact thing. Knights were 17 for 2 wickets down. Samuraiz are 11. A left-hander. This is last of the power play over.
Left-hander to left-hander, the ball drifts down the leg side for a wide.
Looking in control are Knights here.
Change of angle from Jeet going over the wickets to the left-handed batsman.
Full driven nicely straight to the fielder. Are they appealing for a catch? I thought that was a bump ball. In fact, it's a wicket that didn't look like it's traveling a lot, but the fielder was rightly placed for that kind of a shot. A drivable ball, and Ram has managed to hit it straight into hands of Chandu in short covers fielder over there. Not a good outing for him today. Loses his wicket at a very crucial moment when they were 2 down already. Samuraiz in trouble. Sundar, the next batsman in.
It's a fuller ball. The batsman just tried to nudge the ball into the gap, and a sensational diving catch from Chandu there at the cover region. Knights well in control of the match here. Jeetu with 2 wickets in the over, putting pressure on Samuraiz. Sundar is the new batsman for Samuraiz. It would be interesting to see how they pace the innings, given that 3 wickets down, they need more than 100 runs in the 13 overs to go.
Yep, Sundar is the right guy for consolidating the innings for them. He has done it on so many occasions throughout his cricketing career in NWA. I was surely witness of some of his innings in the last year. He had a really successful last year, but can he repeat the same thing again? Both of these players have the history of consolidation for Samuraiz, and they need some consolidation big time if they want to stay in the tournament hunt.
Given
12 for 3 down is their score, and we are just in the 3rd over mark.
Given the situation of pressure situation of a quarter final, with 3 down in the 3rd over of the match, chasing 120, this would be a very crucial phase for Samuraiz if they need to stand in any chance of coming close to the target here. From Knight's point of view, it's a great start. They try to capitalize on it.
Full and nicely driven through the offside. They are going for a single. Could have been stopped by Dhaval on that occasion. It was on his right. But a single nevertheless for Samuraiz.
Well placed into the gap by Sundar. And taking a quick single.
Vimal, ready, Gonda.
3 balls to go in the over. Money on strike. This would be a huge wicket for Samuraiz. Let's see how he focuses and places in times.
Money drives it down the ground on the long on reach and Harshu will do the fielding. It would only be a single.
Good ball. Full ball around the wickets. Onto the legs and just flick down the ground for a single. Next ball of the over coming Jitu coming around the wicket to Sundar.
Oh, he tries to
Sundar.
cut it but missing. A slower ball it looked like from here on because it did not generate a lot of bounce and pace. Went below his bat.
Looks like pitch is playing its trick here. Looks like a slower ball and the ball not reaching the height as expected by the batsman, going under the bat. Next ball of the over coming up to Sundar.
Straight to
Straight to the fielder for a dot ball. It's the end of the over. Score is 14.
I think the score is 13 for the loss of 3 wickets. But what I think is not always correct. So the score is 14 at the end of 3 over mark, and surely an over which has brought back Knights into the game big time. How will they be able to capitalize on the pressure that they have impeded with this over? And they have taken some big wickets. Malik and Balaji are some really good batsmen on Creek side. They still have Suku, a dangerous bloke, to come in after this.
Ram given that to add Ram to the list, where who is a left-hander would have played around with the plans of Knights, shuffling the line and length of the bowlers here. Harshu is about to begin a spell here.
What do you do if you're Samuraiz? Because you have a target to chase. They still want 8 runs and over. Do you take it deep? Exactly what Knights did. I think Knights were in such a situation as well. I guess they had 5 more runs on board at the end of 3 overs.
But
what
they had 1 less wicket and the batsman coming in.
Yeah, they did lose 2 wickets. They lost the third one a little later. But one good thing that they did was they kept the singles flowing. And in the 8th over mark, they got those couple of boundaries which were really needed, which helped them getting the flow of runs.
Samuraiz should not feel the pressure and go for attacking shots. Instead, make sure that they are getting the singles and make the run rate flowing, because if you try to be too defensive and if the run rate goes beyond 9 and 10, scoring 10 runs per over for the next 10 overs would be impossible. With 3 wickets down, they can't go for aggressive shots as well, so they should make sure they get 6 to 7 runs of the over without taking too much risk here.
Yeah, Harshu into the attack, has bowled first one as wide. The second one right on spot though. A good length delivery, just nipping back in and Money blocking it nicely. Has had a really good outing this tournament. Has Harshu has been a really good bowl with his bowl. Have played couple of good innings as well for Knights.
He has been bowling pretty well, Harshu, in this, especially in the Creek side. Given the form he is in, he would try to take 1 or 2 wickets and keep the run rates to as minimal as possible. Short ball, Money trying to flick the ball on the deep square, like deep fine leg boundary, misses the ball and hits the ball. The ball hits the body.
Eyeing that area is Money. If you look at the field, there are only 3 fielders on the leg side, only 1 deep leg side fielder. Just making that, and Vimal, who was short, who's standing short on the leg side, has just gone to the 30-yard circle, but the leg side is completely open. If you are eyeing a boundary, anything short would definitely go for a 4. This time full on the offside.
Good comeback from Harshu after going down the leg side. He adjusts his line to be bowling around the off stump, and a good defensive stroke from Manimaran there.
Yeah, Samuraiz would want to reach that 8 over mark without losing any more wicket, and the score may be just nearing 40-45. I think that should be fine. If they can reach 250, that's really good. That's a loose ball, a full toss, but Mani misses it. Not sure what he is looking towards the umpire for.
Yeah, it was definitely not a no ball there. It was going well under the waist. It was a full length ball, full toss. He was the batsman was trying to flick the ball onto the leg side, completely missing the ball. Lucky to be not bowled off it. Harshu with the next ball of the over.
Full, he tries to go for it. They are appealing half-heartedly though. A miss nevertheless, a dot ball. So
Fuller
nice.
length ball going around the off step on the fourth stump line. That's a great bowling and a great start to the over from Harshu.
Yeah,
Not
this has
giving
only yielded a single, that too of a wide. So no runs off the bat yet of the over. 5 dot balls already. One more to go.
the batsman should try to take a single of the over and try to focus on the next over and try to attack the next bowler. Harshu is bowling in good rhythm here.
Oh, that's a nice shot on the leg side through Vimal, who made a valiant effort to stop that one. That might just run away for 4. No, I think he managed to stop it. It's a good throwback, so it's only a couple of runs.
Finally, Mani trying to got the luck on his side this time and manages to touch the ball, and the ball goes to his favorite region on the leg side, to the deep fine leg for a couple of runs.
Best of luck to all NWA cricket participants. We have extensive experience in land development and quality construction. We have built over 200 homes in 4 subdivisions, including single-family and duplex homes. Silverleaf Estates is our new upscale subdivision with amenities like clubhouse, walking trails, pool, kids play area, and more. We have a limited time buyer incentive of $13,000 for NWA cricket participants. Our office is in Bentonville, across from the Links at Rainbow Curve Apartments. We're ready to serve you.
Sandeep is about to begin his first over of the day to Sundar. The score after 4 overs is 17 for 3 for Samuraiz. Knights in well in control of the match as of now. There are 2 fielders on the leg side, long on and a deep mid wicket. Sandeep to Sundar. Wide fuller ball on the off stump and driven away to deep point region for a couple of runs. That's a good stroke from Sundar. Sandeep trying to bowl around the off stick, just manages to get the ball too full in the arc of this batsman Sundar, who manages to get a double there. Sandeep with the next ball of the over. Down the leg side for a wide. There's a slight wind going on here, and there are no signs of dew at the moment, which would help Samuraiz here as the ball would travel. The next ball of the over coming up.
I think
fuller ball.
yeah, I think Samuraiz have realized that they need to get the runs going as well, and they need to target someone if they want to get the runs out. And I think Sandeep is the guy they have targeted. Sandeep has bowled really full in this over so far. Mind you, Sandeep has played most of the innings while batting as well, so he would be a tad tired too. And Sundar is looking positive. Can he get one out? Oh, he lets it go because it was too much outside off stump for a wide.
Sandeep is trying to focus on bowling fourth, fifth stump around the offside, giving away nothing on the leg side, but overcompensating and giving the ball too wide of these stumps and goes for a wide. He would try to adjust the line and length here to be on fourth stump instead of going too wide.
Full toss ball, straight down the ground. Just for a single. Luckily for Sandeep, it didn't cost them a lot. They have protection on the leg side though. Fully covered is their deep boundary for Sandeep. Deep square leg, deep mid wicket, long on, long off, and a deep cover.
Given that Sandeep is trying to bowl on the offside, interesting to see that there are three fielders deep on the leg side. Sandeep with the next ball, another full toss there, chance of a no ball there and given as a no ball as well.
Yes, not exactly the kind of overnights would have fancied right now. Sandeep not happy with the call.
It's a height, no ball for height, so it is not a free hit.
Yep, Knights are surely on top of the game, so they need to make sure they do not give freebies to the batting team. If they are hitting sixes of a good ball, it's fine. Luckily for Sandeep and Knights, both the full toss delivery haven't been encashed.
And it went straight to the fielder.
Yes.
That's a good point, Keshav. The bowler Sandeep is under pressure now. Batsman Sundar will try to put even more pressure and try to capitalize on this ball.
Already eyeing the leg side. Full toss this time has been punished nicely. That's a six. That has been thumped down the fence. You can get away once, maybe you can get away twice, but not on the third time.
The mistake that Sandeep committed this ball was the ball was drifting into the leg side instead of going outside off. Hitting on the offside, the full toss ball is harder. With the arc going in, Sandeep freed his arms and launched the ball over the deep square leg for a boundary. It's a crucial hit for Samuraiz given the pressure they were in.
Exactly the kind of over they wanted, I guess, just to come back into the game. They were behind the runs. They're also behind in the wicket section, but this over basically brings them back in the run rate game at least. Just in the fifth over, and they have already reached 30, so they are surely over 6 and over. Full toss again, nicely placed in the gap. That would only be a single unless Mani decides to come back. He thinks of it and decides against it, which was a good call. Kishore very clean on this fielding effort.
That's a sensible call. This is the second great fielding of the over from Kishore, who is managing to run in and try to get hold of the ball and release the ball as well to the bowler, preventing from extra runs being taken from the batsman.
Score has moved on to 31. Last ball of the over, I would feel. Short one, sorry, a full one. Nicely placed for a single. So I think the roles are clear from the way they are playing. Mani is going to look for singles and Sundar is going to chance his arms. The score has moved on to 32 at the end of 5 over mark.
This has been a good over for Samuraiz, considering the wickets and the runs of the previous overs were hard to come by. This is a run. This run over got 12 plus runs, which is a great over considering the runs.
Yes, Sandeep giving away 15 runs in that over basically. So as I was talking about exactly the kind of over Samuraiz wanted, Harshu would continue his spell, but talking from Samurai's perspective, they are if they can get 20 more runs in the next 8 overs, they are set for the game. They would be 50 at the end of 8 over mark, exactly what Knights were. Can Harshu hold them back?
This would be a crucial over for Knights, given that 15 runs have been scored of the last over. Samuraiz would be trying to capitalize on the momentum and score 7 to 8 runs of this over. Let's see if Harshu can replicate his last over heroics and go under 3 runs and put pressure back on Samuraiz again.
First ball from Harshu, this time a bit short. Nicely get it on the leg side, nicely fielded by Vimal, stopping a single on that occasion. Not the best of the deliveries. It was an okay delivery, but I guess Mani was ready for that onslaught on the leg side, given that anything beyond the 30-yard circle is basically a boundary.
Mani would be disappointed that he missed out on a slot ball in his arc. Next ball coming up.
Full this time, nicely played down the leg side. It would surely be a couple of runs. Mani will come back. Nicely glanced on the leg side. And these guys are bringing them back in the game.
That's a great direct hit from the deep from Vinay, but the batsman was well in the crease. That was a good leg lance from the batsman Mani down the leg side for a couple of runs. Keeps the runs sticking.
Such a boon this stadium has been for cricket lovers in NWA. Just look at the climate out here. A nice breeze blowing. We have seatings on all the three sides of the ground. People sitting on the banks behind the fence and enjoying a good cricketing night, evening. This time edge and taken exactly the wicket they wanted, exactly at the time they wanted it. A good delivery outside off stump, just on that 4th to 5th stump line. Basically the length is what troubled Mani, trying to go for that drive but only managing a nick straight back to the keeper.
That's a huge strike for Knights, the informed batsman and the batsman who could accumulate and anchor the innings till the 16th over has been dismissed. It was an excellent ball around off stump. The batsman trying to go for a cover drive, edges the ball to the keeper. That's a crucial strike given the last over has gone for 15 runs.
Yes, very crucial moment in the game, very crucial moment because Samuraiz were just looking to come back into the game, and with the kind of over they had in the last over, this was needed from Knights' perspective. And from also Samurai's perspective, this was the only thing they had to resist before the 8th over mark.
Sarva is the new batsman coming in for Samuraiz.
Didn't have a very good day with the ball, was only given 1 over, did go for 14 in the 2nd over of the game. And after that wasn't given any over. But Harshu really crucial again with his bowling. Full toss, straight back to the bowler. And a dot ball to start with for Sarva.
Good fielding there from Harshu off his own bowling. Stops this ball and restricts the batsman from going for a single.
34 for 4 is the score. 2 more balls to go in the over. Full toss, lower one, and has been punished nicely by Sarva. Not sure if he tried a slower one on that occasion, but that surely deserved the treatment it got.
Fuller ball drifting onto the leg stump and rightfully dispatched by the batsman, relieving the pressure. 7 runs of the over. Even though they lost a wicket of this over, they are keeping the runs flowing. Last ball of the over coming up to Sarva from Harshu.
Just slight adjustment in the field with that shot. A fielder on the 30-yard circle on the square leg goes to deep square leg position. There is a deep mid wicket, a long on, a long off and deep cover. So 5 fielders out now. 1 more fielder moving on the leg side from short third man to short square leg, just on the 30-yard circle. Harshu was looking really good with his offside length until now, has just bowled 2 leg side balls. Nobody in the point region or behind that. That's what he was eyeing, straight to the fielder this time though. Only a single.
Good end to the over for Samuraiz. 5 runs of the last 2 balls, bringing an end to the over from Harshu, giving away 8 runs, but a crucial wicket of Mani that Knights wouldn't mind at this stage.
Yes, good thing for Samuraiz is they managed to get runs even though they lost the wicket, but they managed to get runs. 39 is their score at the end of 6 over mark. So 2 more overs to go before the break, and I think they are looking good from the score perspective. It's just the wickets that can cause some setbacks to them later in the stage.
Any more wickets from here, as you rightly pointed out, Keshav, would put pressure on Samuraiz. With 120 to chase, losing more than 5 wickets before the 8 over break would prove to be very costly. Shashi comes back for the 2nd over of the day, bowling to Sarva.
and this really puts them in the spot of bother with the Sandeep's over, because he is their fifth bowler. I'm not sure if they have any other option. Kishore bowls, but he hasn't bowled a lot on Creekside here with Knights. This one full ball played nicely on the leg side, being aware about the situation. They are looking for a double, but they decide against it. Correctly so, because Harshu was the fielder. A good throw on the stumps on the non-striker's end.
It is quite rare for Harshu to be on the leg side. Generally, he would be manning the field on the offside, on the fence. He is inside the 30-yard circle this time. Maybe trying to prevent extra doubles and singles going away on the leg side. Given that the batsmen are trying to nudge the ball into the gaps and go for singles.
Harshu has bowled 2, Jeetu has bowled 2, Sashi now has bowled 2, which leaves them with 2 overs of Sandeep. Beautiful shot through the covers. Luckily for him, didn't time it too well. Wouldn't reach the fielders. They are looking for a couple, and they will get the couple easily.
Good lofted shot from the batsman.
In fact, they are going to get a third out there. Sloppy work from Knights here. Even in the fielding effort, it was not the fielder who was coming in to get the ball who got the ball. It was the fielder Vishwa who was inside the circle, who was running after it against the wicket, who had to take the ball, turn, see and then throw. A fielder coming in would have just thrown it after getting the ball.
The keeper fumbling the ball and allowing an extra run as well. Next ball of the over. Oh, the batsman loses the control of the bat. The ball goes to the keeper. All happening here in Creekside. Another full toss to start off from the bowler. The batsman tried to hit it on the leg side with full force and managing to lose the bat.
Score moves on to 43, 3 more balls to go. Samuraiz taking their runs. 78 needed from 57, so still in reach for Samuraiz. Again glance on the leg side, straight to Harshu. A dot ball.
Sensible batting there from Sarva. The ball pitching around the leg stump, going in. The batsman just tried to tuck the ball and there was no chance for a single there. Last ball of the over coming up.
Eyes the leg side boundary, misses the shot.
Given as a wide for the umpire.
Not happy Sashi on that occasion.
The batsman tried to move around the crease on the offside and tried to flick the ball on the leg side, even though there is a fielder on the deep fine leg boundary there.
Yeah, I think they are eyeing singles and doubles. The fielder in the deep is very deep. Anything to him will be a couple. Exactly, again trying the same thing.
An away cutter from Shashi there, getting a leading edge from the batsman. Luckily for him, falling in no man's land. Looks like there is one more ball. I got my over count wrong.
One more ball to go in the over.
That's a good over from Shashi.
Long off just comes a bit straighter just before this ball. Sashi has moved him. He was standing a bit wide. Let's see if he bowls fuller. He bowls fuller, they go for a drive, but it's straight to the long on. Not hit with a lot of power. That's something that Samuraiz are doing consciously. Not putting a lot of power after their shot so that it gives them an opportunity to take couples. The score has moved on to 45 at the 7 over mark.
Two fielders trying in to prevent a single. Both of them converging at the same time. Harshu manages to get hold of the ball and release in time, preventing it from going for a double. After 7 overs, the score is 45. The run rate looks promising, though the wickets column is a matter of concern for Samuraiz.
Oh wow.
Looks like a veteran Rocky is about to bowl his over.
Yes, Sandeep being aware about the fact that he might have to compensate for his 2 overs because it didn't look accurate with his execution. So Raki is getting a chance. I'm not sure if he has bowled before in this tournament, but is an 8th over a good over to give? Maybe it is a good over to give, but Sundar, with the kind of batting he is doing, I think he would be eyeing to chance his arms. Having said that, they have a good run rate. They are just batting with more than 6 runs per over. Knight at the current position were 41 for 3, whereas Samuraiz are 45 for 4. At the end of 8 over, Knights were 53 and Samuraiz are not far away. They are already 45.
Interestingly, for Knights, they got 12 runs of the 8th over before the break, which tilted the momentum in their favor. It would be interesting to see what kind of tactics Samuraiz go with.
And reason being because Mani, which was not a regular bowler for them, bowled the 8th over, which gave them couple of easy boundary opportunities. Same is the case here, where for Knights, Raki, who is not has been a regular bowler for them in this tournament, is bowling the 8th over mark. Will Ram and San Sundar be able to get some purchase out of this over?
Given that it's 8th over, batsman also will not be trying to go hard, just trying to safeguard the wicket. It was a great ball around the off stick, incoming delivery there from the bowler, just nudged into the offside for a single. Good start from Raki here.
5 balls to go. The score is 46. We are in for a tremendous finish out here. It looks like. Mind you, Suku is still sitting in the dugout, yet to come into bat. His wicket would be a key deciding factor of this game. Sundar has looked really good until now. Can he play a long one? Because Samuraiz need him to play a long one. Second ball. Short one outside off one, cut nicely, but straight to Sashi, who is covering the point region for a single.
The bowler should count himself very lucky here. It was a slot ball, wide outside off, deserved to be punished. The batsman not getting full timing on the ball, just straight to the short point fielder there for a single. Third ball of the over from Raki coming up.
Ram, the batsman, facing. Short ball on the leg side, nicely pulled away in the gap. Is it in the gap? It is in the gap. That's a boundary. A welcome boundary for Samuraiz. Takes their score to 51. Still 3 more balls to go in the 8th over mark.
Samuraiz getting the much needed boundary for them before the break. Given that there are 6 runs scored of the 3 balls, they would try to take at least a couple of singles, making it a good over for them before the 8 over break. The last thing they would need is a wicket at this stage, given that the last 2-3 overs have been given getting them good runs.
Score moves on to 51. 3 more balls to go. Raki culprit of bowling short on that one. And culprit of bowling it down the leg as well. Can he compensate? Oh, that's a good ball on the offside, but they will squeak a single out of that one.
Good comeback from the bowler, putting it out in the off stump. Good length delivery. The batsman just placing the ball into the gap on the offside for a quick single.
Yes, but what I think Samuraiz have got what they wanted from this over. A boundary takes their score beyond 50 before the 8 over mark, which leaves them less than 70 runs to chase in the next 8 overs. 69 now of 50 balls.
Next ball of the over coming
Short
up.
again outside off, nicely punched. There is protection over there. Dhaval, who does well.
The fielder was placed to perfection there, covering for the short ball outside off stump. There was plenty of width on the ball there, and the ball going straight to the fielder, just going for a single. Last ball of the over and last ball before the 8 innings break. The score is 53.
Full ball,
Chance of
they
a
are
wicket
appealing.
there.
They are appealing, but their appeal is not that strong. Umpire lets it go. The score is 53 for the loss of 4 wickets. Exactly what the Knights score was at the end of 8 overs. That's how difficult it is to divide these two teams. However, Samuraiz have lost 1 more wicket, but will that matter? We'll have to wait and watch. Do stay on the broadcast for 5 minutes. We will be back after a break. Thanks for joining.
Hello everyone, welcome to the second half of the second innings between Knights and Samuraiz, which is a quarter-final match in the T16 tournament. The match is evenly poised at 8 overs, 53 for 4, which was the same score Knights were at after the 8-over break, just that Knights had one less wicket fallen. And now we have a star all-rounder from NWA Cricket.
Oh my god.
Amrish joining from Avengers. Hi Amrish, how do you see the game going from now?
Thank you, Bhanu. Terrific game over here at our prospects right now. 53 for 4, 68 needed of 48. I mean, this match is evenly poised at this moment. Beautiful weather condition. Both teams will think, like the bowlers will not get tired. And the batsmen also, if they run hard, they are not going to get tired. This is that kind of a day today. And the game is set beautifully. Everybody needs to watch this game because it's going to go till the end of the last ball, I think.
Yeah, it has all the possibilities of going down to the last over. Given the batting depth of Samuraiz and the cleverness and the field settings of Knights, they have already played 2 close matches against Buddies and Udan, so they have the experience of handling their pressure and keeping their calm. With the 8 overs done, the 9th over is being bowled by Chandu with the new ball, with the new regulations in place for the quarterfinals. Chandu bowling to Sundar here.
This is going to be a very, very crucial over because Chandu has to start well. He has to pitch the ball up because of what has been happening is the team Knights have been pitching the ball a little bit short. We have not seen how many boundaries, Bhanu, have you seen go long on and long off, or even mid wicket? We have not seen many or any.
Yeah, there have been very few boundaries on the straight. In fact, there was no boundaries. Coming to the last ball, it was a short ball cut to the point fielder with a good save there. Fuller ball dropped here by the fielder there at cover. The ball was travelling at a rate of knots there. Shashi, the fielder, trying to catch hold of it, but it just touched his hand and went to the ground. Hard chance, but the bowler will be very unlucky here. Next ball of the over, short ball, cut to the fielder for a single at point.
Yeah, but that's the ball, that's the length. At least he pitched the ball a little bit up, asking the batsman to drive, and the ball was in the air. And that lies the chance. If they can put a little bit over pitch ball and ask the Samuraiz, tempt them to go straight down the ground or mid wicket, access that region, that could be the chance, the wicket that they will be holding. Just bowling short is not going to help. Another short ball at this point and a wide signal by the umpire. This ball, Bhanu, is not going to help Knights. They need to pitch the ball up.
Yeah, definitely the plan should have been to pitch the ball outside off stump. They are trying to pitch the ball on off, but the balls are going short of the length instead of fuller balls. The batsmen are cramping on the back foot to hit the ball on the point region. Next ball of the over. It's a fuller ball. Outside edge, as Amrish was calling it. Well past the keeper for a double there. Chance for an overthrow there. The bowler collects the ball. As you said, Amrish, a fuller ball inducing the batsman to go for an expansive shot and an outside edge found.
Yeah, and absolutely. If you take a look at how Knights found the wicket, Jeet ball some nice length ball, and the ball was moving, and he got wickets on that. All the wickets have been like the ball was pitched up, but we have seen at least 50% of the ball being pitched short. This is what the Knights needs to work on right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Look at
Another
that
short ball again. The ball not bouncing as expected by the batsman, deceiving him in the flight there. Otherwise, it should have been gone onto the leg side.
But that's the length. I mean, it was on a length which was not too short and not too full. That is the good length area where he needs to keep on bowling balls after balls, and he will definitely. Then once you put that sucker ball in front, that the batsman think that he can go for it, that's when you get the wicket. See, even the full toss works over here. It's not a problem.
Lower full toss ball is a very good ball here, given especially if it's on the legs on the offside. The batsman has to generate all the pace, and then it would give them the chance of a wicket here. 9 overs done. The score is 59.
Yeah, Chandu won't be and the Knights won't be that displeased with this over. Chandu finished by giving only 6 or 7 runs and did the job. What I see is a strategy by Knights to hold on Jeet for probably for Sukumar, who is going to follow next, because they need to also plan not only for these batsmen but the threat that is going to come ahead, Bhanu.
Yeah, absolutely. Sukumar, with the given the reputation and the power he has, definitely he is a crucial batsman. And looks like Raki is about to bowl his second over, coming to Chandu. The last ball, even though he bowled 2 or 3 short balls, just manages to get through the over for just 6 runs, which would make Knights happy. Raki with the next over to Sundar, full toss down the leg side.
And again a full toss ball. The full toss ball has been a good ball to bowl over here. It goes only for a single, Bhanu.
Yeah, compared to a short ball, definitely full toss balls have gone for less runs here for Knights. And too many full tosses and short balls in the last 2 overs. Given that the 5th and the 6th bowler are bowling in tandem here, Samuraiz would try to put pressure on them. Another full toss, banked it, chance for a catch there. That's 6.
This time they were ready though for that full toss, because it was too many full tosses coming. First full toss was not punished, but Sawan has been batting good. He's very positive, and the moment he had come, he had been on the target, and now he goes. His strike rate was very decent as he come, and now he has scored from 16 balls 21 runs. And what a hit was one! That was a terrific hit. Like the ball was on the middle and leg, and he picks it up beautifully and deposits it between square leg and mid wicket for a humongous 6.
That was a terrific shot from the batsman and a terrific try from the fielder on the deep mid wicket. The only mistake the bowler has committed is, even though it's a low full toss, it should have been on the off stick, which should have been a harder hit for the batsman. Going down the leg side, a full toss, it's an easier hit for the batsman, and he connects it and makes full use of it. Next ball is down the leg side for a wide. Pressure is definitely on Raki.
Yeah, this is a lot of pressure on the 4th and 5th bowler.
And mind you, Raki is their 6th bowler. And I was thinking the same thing. What do you make out about this decision of making Raki bowl his 2nd over, given that Sandeep himself has 2 over left? I know Sandeep has gone for runs, but he still is a power play bowler for them. So
yeah,
does he back himself up?
Yeah, the confidence a little bit like low on confidence once you go in the first 15 over captaincy, the pressure to give himself and rely on himself, or should he rely on others? That's a lot of thinking that goes on a captain's mind when you are in the infield, and it's all depends on the confidence that you have on yourself on that day. And this day is big.
This day is very big, and also shows if you have confidence on your other bowlers as well. Raki, I'm not sure how much has he bowled throughout the tournament, because I haven't seen him bowl even a single over. Maybe he has.
It's been a while since Raki has bowled an over. Maybe taking into consideration Sandeep while batting slipped on his ankle, maybe that might be causing some issues. That's the reason he has gone to his 6th bowler in Raki instead of asking himself to bowl.
Yes, and the dilemma right now, like should they bring Jeet, who has 2 overs, but then Sukumar, whom do they keep on? Like that threat is in front of them, and they want to conserve some overs of their quality bowlers.
Yes, and Suku having an effect in the game even without coming in the game.
That is the band's effect. Like they have to have some overs of their good, but these 2 are now, threatening to take the game away from.
That's an inside edge through the keeper this time. It will surely be a single. Will they come back to the decide against it, because they have got the runs already?
Given the runs of the last 2 overs that have been flowing in for Samuraiz, definitely Knights has to get then one of their strike bowler, Harshu or Jeetu, into the attack to try to get a wicket. Otherwise the match is slowly slipping away, with Samuraiz having all the momentum now. What do you think, guys? Do you think they have to get their strike bowlers, Jeetu or Harshu?
They have to get one attacking bowler right now, because they need to break this partnership. Without breaking the partnership, Suku is not going to come.
Yes.
And so maybe Harshu. Maybe why not get Harshu and get him bowl, because he has a knack of taking wickets.
And he has done that for them so many occasions, just by getting them wickets at the right interval. The score has moved on to 70 without us be noticing. And look at how calculative Samuraiz are. They are just taking singles if they have got a boundary of the over. They are not trying too much because they are aware they are in check with the score. 10 overs done, the score is 70.
I mean, they are beautifully moving that run rate so nicely and easily. You know, they had lost 3 or 4 wickets. And my batsman, which I love to watch, is Sundar, because I thought he should be the number 1 down batsman. He has the temperament to absorb the pressure like a sponge ball. And then not only he produces the goods when it's required, when there is a bad ball, he punishes it. And he found a terrific a partner.
In Ram, right?
in Saran, he's taking the pressure.
Sarvanan, yes.
Yeah, he's taking the pressure away and the scoring, the run rate, because somebody has to bat above that 100 mark, 100 strike rate, and I think he's batting at 122 strike rate. Both of them, are now comfortable, and that's how partnership is built. It's about trust you have against each other. Even if you miss the ball, you take a single and let your partner do the goods, and these two are just looking too comfortable for Knights.
Exactly.
It's a good batting
Knights.
from the both batsmen Sundar and Sarvanan on 22 each, going at overrun a ball, and they need 6 overs 51 with 6 wickets in hand, with Sukumar, a power hitter, to come, and a couple of handy batsmen to come. The match is quite evenly poised.
Wow, they still are getting Chandu. Chandu had a good first over for 6 runs. Still, they are thinking that if he can bowl that 6, 7, 8 run over, they are still in. but still, runs are going away. How do you do that? Wickets versus runs. How do you bridge that gap? And also, you have few bowlers who can attack.
Yep, they need a wicket anyhow. Chandu is the bowler in. He had a decent first over. So, and he's a good bowler basically. And I think Knights are done with their 5th bowler with Sandeep 1 and Raki 2. So, and that's a good shot straight down the ground. Jeet, will he be able to cover it? He does covers it pretty nicely, but it would not stop them for taking a couple.
That was a terrific save from Cheetu. The ball was travelling at a pace of knots, and the ball even bounced extra, but he put out his left hand and managed to grab hold of the ball and return the throw back to the bowler.
But I love this ball. This ball is the ball they need to bowl. They need to ask the batsman to hit them straight. Look at that. That is the right. Chandu has found the line and length. I love when if he's get hit by a straight 4 or something, that's fine. But for that you need protection as well. You need to move your fielder, a little bit straighter, and then tempt him to go for it.
Yep, and he has been impressive. Not even in this game, even in the games before, he has been pretty spot on with his line and length. Full this time, but nicely played through the cover drive. They have protection over there, so it should only be a single.
Nice fielding over there and great pickup and quick release by the fielder over there, restricting it to and this is a good game plan by Chandu. He's bowling it full. He has protection on extra cover. He has a long on. He has a long off, and just the deep mid wicket is there as well.
I think one thing where Knights lagged, Knight lags tactically is they were worried about completing their 5th bowler, and they wanted to get rid of those overs first before going into the business end of the game. However, that ended up giving some momentum to the Samuraiz, who were down under pressure.
Yeah, I mean the runs are coming over there. Like these are the 7-8 runs are coming without any pressure. Whether now it will be important on the main bowlers if they can really live up to the expectation. One bowler bowls bad, it's going to be very difficult for Knights.
As you are asking, Amrish, the bowler Chandu is at least trying to bowl on the fuller length compared to a short balls. Another fuller ball outside off stump, deceiving the batsman, and the ball lodges in the hands of the keeper.
Yeah, he's very close of getting an edge over there. He's very close of taking the wicket. Like if he bowls 2-3 balls in that same spot again and again, luck will definitely turn to his favor. Unless Sundar has some other plans.
Yes, and you don't have to do anything extravagant as a bowler. You just have to put it out there and let the batsman do the hitting rather than dishing out short ones and the full toss is one. That's what the 5th bowler was culprit of doing.
This is a great contest right now between bat and ball, and look at that again. Oh, what a fielding! And
that's the wicket.
Wow, that is, he bowled the ball full. Again, it was a straight drive. Not only he bowled the ball full, but fielded, and look at the
Reflexes.
The reflexes. It was a reverse flick on the wicket as he was tumbling down, and Sarawan was just backing too much a little, and he is gone.
Yeah, that's a great fielding effort. Knights needed this very badly because Samuraiz were going ahead with the momentum of the run making, and they want Suku in early, not later in the innings.
Yeah, they want to have Suku where 50-60 runs are remaining, and their bowlers are also having a spell. And what, like this works so perfectly for Knights. Now that Chandu has taken the wicket, now Jeet is going to come. His over is finishing, and so Su will not be on strike. He will be on the non-striker, and then Jeet and the main, she can bowl. And
That was a timely strike for Knights, given that Chandu is about to bowl a second over and only 5 overs remaining. Sukumar coming in, the strike bowler can bowl along with Harshu and put more pressure on him. And if they can get rid of Sukumar at this stage, the match is most well and truly done for Samuraiz. Let's see what would be the tactics from Sukumar in the next over. But will he try to attack the new the strike bowler, or try to get his eye in?
Now it's not all about Sukumar also, like there is Sundar there is Arvind there, So there are players, but Su adds that extra X factor of the sixes that he can bring the run rate so quickly in a matter of over or this, and he can demotivate. That is the biggest threat of him, demotivating a side.
Inside edge to the keeper for a single there.
Beautiful line found by Chandu. He's bowling the right pace, not too fast, not too slow, just bowling that channel, and he picks that wicket with a run out and finished it over. And now it's the battle. The battle has begun. Like, this is the last 5 or 6 overs. It's going to be like a spectacular to watch.
Exactly. And this is the context we have been waiting to see. Jeet bowling to Sukumar, exactly what they waited to give the bowling to Jeet. Jeet still has two in his
Armory.
quota. Yes, 11 overs done, 75.
So it's on a Suku. It's all about two ends. It's about one end where Jeet is going to bowl, and he cuts the ball. He cuts the ball away from Sukumar. The second is who is going to be that other bowler, because you have to give yourself 3 over spell. A 3 over spell where you have to take Sukumar, or it's going to be
the other bowler is going to be Harshu, but do they give them right now? I think Harshu has been a bowler where bankable bowler, so do they keep him for deep?
They will keep him from deep. It will be because Shashi has a habit of taking the ball away
from the batsman.
You need some art to bowl to Su, and the away has normally worked for Su. So they are going to go for Jeet, Shashi, Jeet, and they are going to roll the dice right now and see whether it is their day.
Given the strategy from Knights, how they are approaching, they are holding Shashi back for the death overs. He bowled a crucial over against Sudan in the last over, giving away 5 runs. I would suspect Harshu would be the next bowler and safeguarding Shashi for the last over, unless they think, okay, leg cutters going away from Sukumar is a great tactic. Next over coming up.
Eyeing that leg side. What a shot, this one, straight down the ground. There's no fielder out there, but Kishore will make it, only keep it to Singer. Sugu is coming for a suicidal run. Is he out? He is out.
What have you done? What have you done, Su? You have just taken the fun out of this game. What were you thinking? Like the whole ground was here to watch the battle between Su and the Knights, and it never came.
Yeah,
it never came.
That's like dishing out a wicket on a plate and giving it to Knights to celebrate. I'm not sure if there was a second run out there. But surely not a second run.
Why would Suku take a second run by himself? He's the man who can do the destruction. He could destroy attacks over here, and he goes without facing a ball.
That was a suicidal double from Sukumar, given that he has not faced and the hopes of the Samuraiz team were on him. There was no point for an extra run there, given the momentum and the shot that was played. It was a single. They tried to push an extra run, and a great throw from Kishore directly over the stumps. And Sukumar was well short of his crease.
And there is pin drop silence, right? Samuraiz were so high and confident because they thought even with that run rate, they were pretty close. They were, they had that calculation right.
Can you believe it?
Nobody can believe it.
Can you believe it? Samuraiz gifting away their two important batsmen to run out. That was no run there of the 2-1, and Knights would be pretty relieved that Sukumar has been gone without facing a ball, and lot of pressure on Samuraiz now.
And Jeet would be really relieved, like he does not even have to bowl right now, to Sukumar. And now he can just take one more wicket and just put them in deep, deep trouble. All he needs to do is overpitch the ball and let him hit straight. Yeah, that's what he needs to do. Can Sundar go long off and long on? That's what he needs to do. Does he has the daring, the
Two against Jeet. I'm not sure he's going to
that's
try that.
Jeet. The aggressiveness, the courage to go over long off and long on. That's the only thing Jeet needs to do. And he's a very, very crafty bowler. He thinks, he's one of those bowlers in the Knights armory who thinks, who outsmarts you as well, and he has the cutters to support it, the Yorkers, the length.
Given that Samuraiz has lost 2 wickets, the batsman also will not be trying to try fancy shots, because one more wicket here would clearly be the end of Samuraiz here. So they would be taking their own time, and Jeetu making sure that he bowls the full balls.
Yeah, and Rowdies over there waiting for their opponent. Whom do they want? Keshav, what do you think? Which opponent the Rowdies have come over here to see who's winning?
The team whoever loses today is what they would want.
All right, Keshav is clear that he thinks that he wanted, Yeah,
Next ball of the over coming up.
And the last ball was beautiful. He beats him. All ends up on a slow ball which goes, like a cutter, and beats him up like Arvind has to play an inning of his life right now, Keshav.
Exactly, and suddenly I've started thinking if Suku did the right thing coming in, surely it was the right thing. But with Suku's option not there, it just takes the hope away from the team as well. Do they have the hope? Oh, that's a good shot, but that's a run out. That's a catch opportunity. Has he judged it well? He has judged it well. He has taken the catch, and that's taking the game away for Knights. Jeet,
what a great strategy. Again, I told you, let them hit long off and long on. And he pitches the ball up, and he cannot resist. Arvind cannot resist because he lifts his eye.
Good
He
catch.
goes for it, and what a beautiful. This was a catch under pressure. Chandu not only bowled brilliantly, but this catch was the catch of the innings. It was high in the sky. It was, it was waving in the air. It was right in front of us, but he was calm and took it and almost giving a knockout punch to
and
Samuraiz.
if you think of it, Chandu's fielding has changed the momentum of the game.
Definitely in the last 7 balls, they have 3 wickets, and surely coming to the end of Samurai's inning, that run out definitely changed the momentum, brought in Suku, who was their key batter at this stage with the run rate going up, and Sukumar going for the extra run, which was not as necessary at that point, gifting away his wicket. And now Aravind, who can clear the boundary easily, trying to go for a lofted shot down the ground and gifting away catch to Purna, who takes a very good catch. Ashwin to the crease, another wide ball. Looks like it flicked the leg, not given as a wide.
What a great umpiring by Rennie over there. He was, sharp over there. And knowing that the ball hit it, not only he was good with the bat this season, but look at him. He's watching the ball like a hawk.
Yes, correctly noted down by a fellow Avenger. But coming to the game, 43 of 24, still so much achievable, but it's the wicket column that Samuraiz would be cursing on. 3 of them, 2 of them being runouts.
Yeah, I mean...
untimely runouts for them.
And this game is now at a moment where you need you need a boundary in every over, Bhanu. You have to go for a boundary. Right
They need more than 1 boundary, because the run rate is touching 10 here. They would need at least 2 boundaries, and they should start trying for a boundaries at this point of time. With 43 needed of 24 balls, this is the perfect time to get a couple of boundaries, get the momentum in their favor, and try to put pressure on the bowlers. Given that Sukumar has been dismissed without facing a ball, the bowlers of Knights would definitely take confidence from it, and they would be on high on momentum.
Yeah, I still have hope because my player Sundar is still there. So till Sundar is there, I'm not going to lose the hope because he has the ability to grab, like if there is a short ball or if there is a full toss, he will take all of it. So it's all about if they can put the right length and can take Sundar's wicket. Sundar's wicket becomes extremely important because he can change the inning, and there is one power play as well, Keshav.
Yes.
So it would be a time where he takes a power play
And I
when
think-
Ajit has bowled, or
Yes, but I don't think Sujit's going to come in until they take power play because
If
bowlers
Sukumar
have
was
the choice.
there instead of getting run out, this would have been the perfect over for a power play. Given that Jitu has just completed his over, he couldn't bowl it. That would have given momentum for Samuraiz.
can Ashwin help him with one boundary here and there? It's all about help. You have to help your main batsman. How can you, even if can he maintain a strike rate of 150 by taking doubles, This is all required right now by Ashwin. Run hard and in the gaps and put the ball in the gaps. Fielding is extremely important right now. They cannot give the strike to Sundar. They have to bowl 2-3 dot balls to the new batsman. And this was like a blunder to just give a single to when he had already was beaten.
Yeah, given that Sundar is the set batsman and the non-striker Ashwin should definitely support him because all the runs 42 needed, Sundar can't score all the runs. He would definitely need
That's a good shot, but Jeet is under it and he might just take it. He has taken it. That's end of the game for Samuraiz.
Yeah.
For sure, that has to be the lock to all the hopes.
Yeah, I mean over pitch ball. Today, what worked for them was the over pitch ball because they were under pressure. They were not able to time the ball with that power. When you are under pressure, when you are not under pressure, all these will disappear for sixes. When you are batting in the power play or anything. But now with 5 fielders out, they are under the pressure. They have not been scoring 4s and 6s, Bhanu. And then suddenly a ball comes, you don't go with that commitment, and that's where long off and long on becomes a opportunity over there.
Yeah, Amrish with his along with being a great all-rounder, is showing his captaincy prowess here. He was the one who was asking Knights to go fuller, tempt the batsman going down the ground to long on, long off, see if they can clear the row. But unfortunately, there were 2 tries to clear the boundary on the long on region and 2 balls landing in the hands of the fielder, gifting away 2 wickets. That's great bowling from Chandu, who completely changed the momentum by affecting a crucial run out.
And now I'm all excited by our fellow commentator who has got the batting after a long period of time. Aki, what do you think about Keshav? Aki's batting performance, how much it is needed today?
Yes, they need a lot out of him. They need a lot. They already got a lot out of him in their bowling, by his bowling and by his fielding. But if he can do it with the bat as well, he would be the king of Samuraiz. Maybe Soku would give him captaining as well. But a good trivia to be aware about is the fact that these 2 guys, talking about Samuraiz and Knights, did face themselves in last year quarter-final as well, and Knights managed to lose that one of the last over. In fact, Anand, I remember I was commentating in that game, and Anand hit a 6 of the last second over, demolishing their hopes.
So that's the difference. There are 2 players who Samuraiz cannot replace and find a replacement. Number 1, Anand. He not only bowls a terrific spell, but he can hit those 4s and 6s, which Samuraiz will have to figure it out. And the second was Saravan. Both of them together.
And Sarvanan and Anand on this track would have been so much addition to their batting lineup.
And I'm remembering them just to play a tribute to them because they had been such a good player for Samuraiz. They would go in these kind of circumstances and they change the
context of the
game. They have hit 6s and 4s and demolish and bring that game back into the pocket of Samuraiz. But today those 2 players are not there, and their bowling and fielding and batting has been missed a lot.
Sure thing. Correctly added. Not only did they have specific roles, they would go in to bat anywhere. I remember Anand opening the innings. I remember Anand finishing the innings. and especially opens with the ball as well. So you cannot replace a player like that, and same for Saravanan with his fielding batting.
Now Samuraiz is holding Chetu. Chetu is a good batsman as well who can go a little bit, but they are holding it from the last.
Chetu did have an injury concern while he was fielding, maybe something with his knee, so that might be the thing stopping him. But this looks a far target for Knights now. Sorry, for Samuraiz now.
What a terrific performance by Knights. Not only they scored the required run rate, slowly they were at a spot of bother initially, but then a good partnership over there. Harshu doing his part, and everybody contributing. They could have scored 130, but they settled for 120, and it was enough. It was almost enough, we will know in couple of 3 hours, but it seems right now that it was enough.
Surely it looks enough. There's still 40 more runs to go with 3 overs after this, and 1 more of G2. And with the way these two are batting, it looks like Knights have cemented their place in the semi-final against Rowdies. So let's talk about the other 3 teams in the semi-finals. We are surely going to have a very thrilled weekend, the next one, where we have Rowdies, Mavericks, Titans and Knights. Probably Knights, from what it looks like. Mavericks would be playing Titans in one of the encounter, and Rowdies the winner of this game.
Yeah.
What do you think about these 4 teams?
I mean,
what have they done correct?
I mean, they have done many things correct. That's why they are over here. The batting, bowling, fielding, everything was, important. Their team combination, their opening partnership there, they need to have 2 strike bowlers, and they have, all these teams have, the bowling strength, the fielding strength, the batting strength. It's going to be amazing weekend. I cannot wait.
Also, the top 4 teams after the league stage, out of the 12 teams, are qualified to the semis.
Yeah.
That would be a well-deserved
another
one.
catch opportunity. In fact, Aki has cleared.
Yes, I told you.
Unexpected shot from Aki down the ground. Finally manages to clear long on.
Let's talk about Aki, because he's gonna watch this on replay after we are done. Such a beautiful shot.
He'll show his batsman this is how it is done, not gifting away the wickets to the catchers. That was a sensational strike.
No full toss is not easy to hit, mind you, and he cleared it.
And he was batting against Harshu. Now he puts, doubt in Harshu's mind as well with that great, huge 6. Aki might be pleasantly surprised himself, but now he has to back himself and go for another one.
30 of 14, it's not as far as it looks. If Aki can hit 1, can he hit 2 more?
Yeah, why
There's
not?
a power play over coming up.
Yeah, I mean, this has put a little bit of momentum in
Slower one, and Aki lets it go. The umpire lets it go as well. Aki is surely looking for a wide call.
Oh, that was a close call by the umpire. And
Aki had all time in the world to hit that through the point region for a boundary maybe,
He
but
was
he let it
expecting
go.
a wide to be given
But
by
it-
the umpire. He's still upset with that. Let's see if because of his upset, he might give away his wicket here.
But Harshu was very clever. He changed the pace of the ball.
Again a beautiful shot. Jeet this time takes a brilliant catch. That is catch of the tournament for me. He was jumping in the air on the fence and manages to pluck that out of thin air.
This is how, if you are desperate to win, this is how you win the game. This was going 6. I mean, believe it, guys, this was in air, and he leaped in the air. He was running, he leaped in the air and took it like a baby on top of his head. And Aki almost broke his bat because he did everything he could. He hit that tremendous 2 shots. Tremendous. They were tremendous, out of this world.
Exactly. If this had gone for 6, that would have brought back Samuraiz in the game big time and would have put pressure on Knights as well. So this is a crucial catch from Abhi. And that's why I believe fielding is even more important than a batting or a bowling skill.
More than the wicket, I think the wide call not given by the umpire clearly upset the rhythm of the batsman there.
Yeah, it could, but terrific cricket to witness. That's what we want.
Exactly. That was a good shot, mind you. That
Yeah.
was a very good shot.
That was a fabulous catch from Jitu, running around the boundary and jumping and timing the ball, jumping the dive to perfection and taking a great catch there over his head.
Yeah, it seems like he might have taken some gymnastics courses or something, because the way he leaped in the air was like tremendous. He was like 10 feet in the air.
Timing of the jump, just 9 feet more than he was, Amrish, but he would take it.
Chance for a double and a chance of a run out there, and good running there.
It has to be, exaggeration is a part of the commentary, and but I felt it was like 10 feet and he feels like 9, only 1 feet difference.
Oh, I feel like 9 feet difference.
By the way, Samuraiz are 9 down, just one more wicket for Knights, so definitely it's the end of Samuraiz here,
11
unless a miracle happens.
11 balls, 28 runs.
And miracle do happen, and this is the right kind of pace that because Harshu was bowling pace, even Aki was able to generate that pace off the bat, but it's going to be difficult unless he bowls a short ball to connect. If he keeps on bowling full, he's going to keep on missing.
That's a slower ball from Shashi, the batsman trying to make room and try to hit it over the point fielder, but not managing to connect the ball.
So
And it's a
tough to
dot
hit
ball.
him. So tough to hit him against.
Yeah, he's not
Then
giving
you
any
want to
pace.
hit him,
I think what he needs to do is he needs to go on the off stump and then hit it on square leg. He can get power generated over there. If he goes on the off stump, he's not going to get for a cut or this. He has to go on to the leg side and try to hit it on square leg.
Given the pressure and the 9 wickets down, his mind would not be as clear as it used to be. Chance for a double there. Harshu with the fielding, great fielding effort to save a boundary. Chance of a run out. Oh, the batsman
Shashi
just
wants to
missed him.
bowl couple more balls. Maybe that's the reason he was not interested. But let's talk about the semi-finals now. I think we can safely say that Knights have this game. So Knights versus Rowdies, Amrish.
Yeah, it's going to be.
Let's come out to a finalist and let's see if we can generate the correct answer. If we go by it, Rowdies finished on top. Are they a better team than Knights are?
So, taking a look at Rowdies over here, they have Mahi, who had batted beautifully, but not other batsmen contributing in the last game would be a worry for him. So it all depends on Mahi. If Jeet can knock him in the first, spell, then it is 50-50. If Mahi keeps on batting like that, he could score 100.
Sure.
Because he is looking in ominous touch.
That was a great call, Amrish. Definitely Knights is a well-rounded side compared to Rowdies, who have been carried throughout the tournament by one or two players, wherein Knights, every player has contributed down the order, up the order, with the wickets chipping in. Definitely it would be a Knights would have all bases covered, unless Mahi, as you said, changes the match with a brilliant innings.
And not only, and for Knights, they have to play, Rowdies have good bowling. They have Raki, who is bowling good. Okay. They have Mahi, who has going to bowl that 4 quick overs. If Knights bat first and they, decide to attack Mahi and Raki, it could be disaster for them early on, where they might not recover as well. So it's going to be a game of strategy. It's going to be how you play which bowler, how you play which batsman. That's going to decide. The strategy is going to decide the game.
Keshav and Amrish, do you think the toss also will play a crucial role here? Because given the semi is on cards here, the run rate pressure would be on the batting side. Anything over 110 also would be a competitive score. Do you think winning the toss and batting first will be an advantage?
It is always an advantage, because big games, we all know, bat first and put a run on the boards. It's going to be this, but it depends on the run you are going to score. If it is below 110, then it's going to be tough. If you go like this, 120, you have that extra 10 runs, which
and
Avengers did not have.
True that.
It's going to be good.
And still they managed to take it up to the last ball, by the way, Avengers. So it tells that 110 is also a competitive total and 120 is just around that area.
Yeah.
But let's go to the other semi-final, which is Titans versus Mavericks.
Titans
Let's
and
discuss
Mavericks.
about those teams.
I just cannot make my mind right now, because both teams are tremendous. Like, if I wanted to watch a game, that is the Titans versus Mavericks, because I really cannot separate the two sides right now. They feel good, they have strikers, they have bowlers, they have a spinner. There is, I cannot say who has the edge over here for the first time in my life.
What about you, Bhanu? What do you think?
Both teams have well-rounded attacks and batting depth as well. Both teams with Titans. Is it the match here? That's the catch from Vishwa, team mid wicket, bringing to the end of the quarter-final. Samuraiz have been knocked out and Knights into the semi-finals here. They will be facing Rowdies on Friday night, 7 p.m. at Creekside. And Knights with the celebration, they deserved it.
Yeah,
Yes.
it was a battle. It was a battle of the warriors. Samuraiz, Japanese, they came. And knights, they were also ready for this big battle. Everybody had guns blazing and 115, 120 runs scored. But then knights, with their crafty bowling in the end, just slowly putting them in deep trouble. And finally, Samuraiz could not recover from the punches and blows that knights put them.
True.
Exactly. At the end of 8 over mark, the game was looking so much balanced, but that crucial run out of Suku, I think, was the defining moment of this game and just
Yeah.
took the life out of the competition that we were seeing.
Absolutely.
And obviously not to forget the valiant fielding efforts. The couple of catches that they took were really crucial, and the fielding from Chandu was really defining as well. So Knights got it in their fielding, I think, and also timely wicket taking.
Definitely, couple of crucial catches which were high up in the air were well taken by Knights fielders, and also remember the crucial run out of Sarvanan, who was set and batting so well, and Sukumar, without even facing a delivery, that would have changed that would have given confidence for Knights fielders, imagining the Sukumar is the power hitter that the Samuraiz boast of. That was a terrific run out and changed the outcome of the match.
Yeah, I think Samuraiz were a little bit down because 2 runouts, seemed to be under a little bit pressure. Like Sukumar giving that wicket and the 2 runouts, it was just not necessary. They are such a good team.
Exactly.
And it was like
Sarvanan's
it
runout
was
was,
disappointment.
Sarvanan's run out was unlucky on the favor of Samuraiz, but definitely Sukumar's wicket was lazy running. There
Yeah.
was definite need of sacrificing Sukumar's wicket for an extra run. That brings to the end of the match.
Yep. Thank you guys for joining. Hopefully, we'll see you in the next weekend on the Friday for a game between Rowdies and Knights.